Paul Beattie is with Sunny South Insulators to talk about a type of insulation you may not be familiar with. It's a kind of a foam insulation. We're also in a house that is kind of a test project as well. So some very interesting things to talk about. Let's begin with the type of insulation that you do.
It's a sprayed foam. It's this particular in this house. It's called Icynene. It's a water-blown, soft, flexible foam that we spray into the wall and the ceiling, and basically gives it an air tightness, a total air barrier system.
Well, because I've heard Lethbridge gets the occasional wind, and this may have something to do with helping out when you buy a house in this type of insulation.
Oh, absolutely. The people that we are doing, we do renovations as well as new houses, full houses, and typically it's basically 100% of the people that have it in there are just so totally thrilled with the changes, in the renos. But in the new houses, it's just an incredible tightness and warm and comfort that they've never experienced in a house that was had bats in it.
So take us through what you will be doing to this house.
We'll be doing the entire house. This is a college test house in the city of Lethbridge are building this, and they're going to be putting sensors into the entire house. They're going to take all the readings with the house being empty for 1 year, and then they'll sell it, and they'll do the tests and have all the sensors for when a family lives in it for a full year as well to get the data. The data will be on their website. It's livinghome.ca. And so as they collect the data, it'll be placed on the website, and you'll be able to see the efficiencies of the foam.
Well, I imagine you having worked with this for quite a while, you already know what the results are going to be.
Oh, absolutely, and this is just one for a lot of builders that still are wondering, because the cost is obviously it's more money than conventional type of insulation, but. The utility costs are, and the comfort levels and the health levels are incredibly, quite a bit better for the people. And so, as far as Bill Green, it's right in there. It's a Bill Green product, and it just the sound transmission as well. A lot of people that have it in the house, they say they can hardly hear the wind anymore. People tell me that they have to look out the windows to see whether or not the trees are moving. So,
well, and you're talking about health benefits, because I imagine this type of insulation also prevents more mold than conventional.
Absolutely, with an air barrier system on there. Now, when you have bats in the walls, and you have
when you were saying bats, you're not talking about the bats.
Yeah, exactly. I should say maybe the fiberglass pads. But what happens is with fiberglass and the wind, the air infiltration that comes into a house with bats in the walls, it pushes in and pushes out, and when you have warm, moist air going and condensating on the outside wall, that's where you have moisture starting to develop, and the glue that holds the OSB together and the fiberglass holds the fiberglass together is a food source for mold. And so when you have a total air barrier system in here, it doesn't allow that warm, moist air to hit the outside to condensate. So it's one of the reasons why. Plus the foam itself is an inert material. It doesn't promote any kind of mold growth. So.
And this is also good for the garage too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's one of the biggest applications is bonus room floors, where it's very difficult to seal that up because you have the overhead door on there. You get the wind coming through. It will, there'll be a lot of pressure on there, and usually will leak through to the floor and have a cold bonus room floor. This will, will really work well for totally sealing it right up. Plus, if you have any chemicals or your vehicle gases that are in there, it'll keep it sealed from the living area. So,
for more information for your type of insulation, who do they call?
They can go to our website, sunnysouthinc.com, 327-9307.
Paul Beattie, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.